Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Jerry, and in today's video we're going to be going over the music alphabet and how music is written. If you haven't watched our previous videos, you can always go to our channel and find them all listed there. I won't be reviewing last week's homework today since you should have been able to figure it out. As always, if you do have questions, you can always go to our website at FromArtToHeart.ca/virtual lessons, and one of our teachers will get back to you as soon as possible, free of charge. So far, we know that the piano has black and white keys, but what are each of those keys' names? Music also uses the alphabet, and this note is A, this note is B, this is C, this is D, this is E, F, G, and what is this note? Since H is the next letter in the alphabet, most people want to say H, but that's actually not true. Here's a trick question. Look at the piano. How many white notes do you think there are? The answer, and this might not make sense at first, is 7. If you look carefully, you'll see that this note has the exact same shape as this note and this note, to the left of a group of 2 black keys. These notes are all called C. So, all of these notes are all called C. That means after G, we restart and go back to A because these 2 notes look the same. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. That is why there are only 7 white notes on the piano. Now, how do we write these notes out? In your homework for previous lessons, we've used middle C position and used numbers to tell you which notes to play. However, music rarely lets you keep your hand in one place for the whole song. That's why we use a grand staff. This is a staff. A staff has 5 lines and 4 spaces in between the lines. We can have line notes or we can have space notes. Line notes are like kebabs or the planet Saturn with the line going through the middle. Space notes look like sandwiches with lines on the top and bottom of the note. If a staff starts with this symbol, that means that it shows notes above middle C. We call it a treble clef. If a staff starts with this symbol, that means it shows notes below middle C. We call it a bass clef. Notes in the treble clef are typically played by the right hand, which means that the notes on the bass clef are mostly played by the left hand. When a treble clef staff and a bass clef staff are connected by a curly bracket, this is called the grand staff when they're put together. The grand staff is like a ladder. The higher the notes are drawn on the grand staff, the higher the notes are played on the piano. Since notes above middle C are always higher than notes below middle C, the staff with the treble clef is always above the bass clef. You already know about middle C, but how do we write it on the grand staff? It turns out middle C is special, and it's always written with a little belt in between the staffs. This is middle C, and this is also middle C. They both have a little belt, and they both are in between the staffs. That was a lot of information for one lesson, so let's recap. Music uses the alphabet, but after G, we stop and go back to A and start over. This is why there are only 7 white notes on the piano, but they can be high or low. To write these notes out, we use staffs. Staffs have clefs on them which tell us if they show notes above middle C or below middle C. The treble clef shows notes that are above middle C, and the bass clef shows notes that are below middle C. When we connect these staffs with a curly bracket, they become a grand staff, which is what we use for piano music. We can have line notes or space notes on a staff. Middle C is special and is always a note with a little belt in between the staffs. There's no music sheet for today, so for homework, print out the review sheet linked in the description. It's really important that you do the review sheet this week, otherwise you'll forget all of the things we learned today. The review sheet likely won't be up today, but you can check back Monday and it'll probably be there. This video was brought to you by From Art to Heart Society, which is a youth-run non-profit organization based in Alberta, Canada. We decided to make these series of videos in response to the current pandemic situation, where everyone is at home. I'd like to remind you that since we are a non-profit organization, we offer free online coaching. If you're interested, just go to FromArtToHeart.ca/virtual lessons or send us an email at info@FromArtToHeart.ca. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. If you know someone who would find this video helpful, please share it with them. Thanks for watching.